Metaphysical memory quest. Demonstrate your human memory to take back what unhuman fiends stole. Introduction. You are the protagonist, but can you defeat them? Welcome to Metaphysical Memory Quest, a skill-based game and poetical quest where you are the protagonist who demonstrates your powers of human memory in order to battle against the unforeseen beasts of subjectivity. The unforeseen beasts are an insidious group of naysayers who have stolen precious symbolic and metaphysical artifacts from a special place within human potential, called the secret vault of human creative possibilities. The beasts contend that their actions are necessary to keep the secrets of esoteric anamnesis away from human beings, lest that humanity should become reawakened to their infinite potential and thereby regain spiritual, energetic, and transcendent freedom. According to the beasts, if humans were to become free and reawakened, then that would mean that all the beasts' efforts would have been without effect. In any event, this much is clear. The unforeseen beasts are determined to keep the artifacts that they have stolen. In their attempt to keep stolen treasures, the unforeseen beasts have armed themselves to the teeth with self-serving interpretations of various human theories. They have accumulated information from the likes of materialism, existentialism, evolutionary psychology, and even ancient Gnosticism. And perhaps worst of all, the beasts have even adopted a poetic style of discourse to throw any would-be human hero for a loop. With that said, can you be the one to outdo them? Can you take back the treasures that they have stolen from human possibility, and after doing all of that, can you escape their domain? The use of the two narrator system in the story. In addition to your exploits, the story will also incorporate the commentary of two unseen narrators who will talk about your actions. The first narrator is the faceless generic narrator who speaks in the second person, describing your actions as they take place. This narrator will say things like, you explore, you discover, you battle, and so on and so forth. However, there is a second narrator who speaks about you in the third person. This narrator says things like, the human appears curious, or the human has discovered a new artifact. Additionally, this narrator conjectures upon the possible meanings of your actions, and the actions of other characters you meet throughout the adventure. But who is the second narrator? As it turns out, the second narrator is none other than the Flying Golem Penguin, aka Geoffrey the Auspicious One, a prodigious creature possessing the following qualities: wings of copper, a belly of peridot, feet of solid gold, and eyes of white scolecite. Whenever the Flying Golem Penguin gives special narration in the story, it will be indicated directly in the text, usually preceded by the words, the Flying Golem gives narration, or something similar to that. For his own part, Geoffrey sometimes waxes poetic, sometimes he points out historical references, and sometimes he even asks onlookers to consider their own outlooks. It all depends. About the gameplay, the mechanics of the game. Now let's look at how the gameplay aspect works, which concerns how to use the Linguisticor Wizard's advanced cards to complete metaphysical challenges. Game instructions. How to play the game within the narrative. First step is to get 2 dice, 2 regular 6-sided dice, and this will be used for the dice rolls as follows. Like you'll throw dice like that, and that will determine, and whatever number you get will usually determine what challenge you have to do from a series of a list from 2 to 12. But let's see here. Okay, you need the cards to play, but the cards are located at the back of this book, and they're also located free online. You just click on the link on the Game Crafter link here, and it will take you directly to, yes, it takes you directly to the actual game. There'll be like a place where you can buy the real cards, but here's the print-on-demand versions. Right here on the download section shows the free cards, which you can just use to play the game immediately. You can just try them out immediately. So they'll be downloadable in print and play for the given version that's on the link. So there's the different versions, and then how do you use the cards? You use the cards to form a challenge grid, which is shown right here, and you'll be like that. You can use the print and play version, but for the purposes of our playthrough, we're going to just use the the color cards that are on the Game Crafter. But the other from time to time we'll use the other print and play version too. But you form a challenge grid to see if you can get. I mean, there'll be various cards that you form certain challenges. For example, in that challenge, you spelled the word. You actually sum to the number 13, which might be a challenge that you're given in the game. Alright, so that is the rules for the challenge grid, and that's the introduction for the adventure. And in the next video, we're going to actually start playing the game immediately, which is a lot more fun than just going over the rules. We'll get right into the challenges in the next video.